Colors are Megas, Olga, Mainstream to Exec. Welcome back to Chaos Head NoaH. Last time, oh boy, a whole bunch of shit happened. Thank you so much for the donation, Void Dweller, first of all. And, I can answer that later, but, oh my god, so first of all, confirmation. Apparently, Takumi actually is Shogun. Somehow. I wasn't expecting that one. I really wasn't. Oh man, jeez. I really was not expecting that one. I gotta say, that is pretty goddamn crazy. I was not expecting Takumi to be Shogun. He was going up late at night and like posting whose eyes are theirs eyes in every single fucking thread in frickin' @channel. And oh my god, and also what happened is he talked to the detectives. He basically said everything he knew. Although he was in such a panicked way that I don't think they, I don't know, I don't know how much how much information they actually got. Hello, Saya, welcome to the stream. And, last but not least, he fucking met Rimi, the fucking pink-haired girl, who turns out to actually be probably his childhood friend from another timeline. Or he somehow forgot that she existed? I don't know how that works out. But, or she could have been the childhood friend of Shogun, and she never actually met this Takumi. It's quite possible. Who knows, maybe like something will switch in the game and we'll play as Shogun for a while. Like his other personality or something. But my god, so much is happening. Oh wow, jeez, what a crazy ass game. And we are well into chapter 3 out of 10, so let's keep going. Not to mention that we gotta do all the freaking QE bullshit. Okay, go here. Shogun. Tayuk. It says, I don't say, it's like it says God something on that guy's sign. He has purple hair, so maybe he's actually an important character in the background there. It seemed like the store was located somewhere near Cat Street. Cat Street was a long, winding road next to Meiji-dori that ran from Shibuya to Harajuku. Apparently, it had been built on top of an old stream that had been reclaimed a while back. There were a bunch of reasons as to why people started calling it Cat Street. Such as it being frequented by feral cats. Oh, that's right. It's his perspective. Such as it being frequented by feral cats. Or that it was so narrow that only cats could use it. But it wasn't like it made a difference to me either way. Cat Street was pretty far away from my base. It took about 15 to 20 minutes to get there on foot. It'd be much faster by bike, but unfortunately I didn't have one. I decided to take a route that went past the front of the train station, then through Shoto via cutting through Miyashita Park. All these freaking places I know from other games like The World Ends With You and 428. Quickening my pace a bit, I crossed the overpass that went over Meiji-dori. I'd finally arrived. I was starting to get really impatient. The sheer distance was pissing me off. It seems like... Oh, goddamn it, I didn't see what the definition was. It's interesting. It seems like it's a mix of photo people and drawn people. Or rather, they kind of drew over the people, I think. Like, the ones that are front-facing, I think. Cat Street was... Oh, Trend Chasers. Seriously, that's self-explanatory. Come on. But I've been saying that a lot during this whole game. Cat Street was nice and quiet compared to Center Guy, and it felt much more like Harajuku than Shibuya. The stores lining the streets here were only aimed at trend chasers I wanted nothing to do with. Fuck them, TBH. Knowing how out of place I was just made me all the more pissed off. It was complete foreign territory. Every last one of the assholes around me thought they were so damn cool. Well, you don't actually know that, Takumi. Oh. There were even more couples sauntering around than just the shopping district. Whatever. They were probably just a bunch of broke shitheads trying to pretend they had money. They were likely just window shopping. Lamau. Waste of space. I was starting to regret coming here at all, but I reminded myself that all the suffering would be worth it once I got a sword. So I sucked it up and kept walking. That's why he's here, to get the sword from the very unique place. In order to avoid making eye contact with anyone, I kept my eyes firmly trained on my map as I speed walked toward my destination. Town Vanguard was deep in a narrow side road that split off from Cat Street. Is this it? Even though I had only gotten one side street away from the main road, the atmosphere had changed dramatically. It was a narrow, cramped, filthy alley that no car could travel through. The street was lined with wooden houses, out-of-business stores with closed shutters, and the inevitable spray-painted graffiti that covered such shutters. Ooh, sounds like a bad neighborhood. Despite how nice it looked from the outside with all its high-class name-brand stores, Cat Street, too, was nothing more than a superficial facade. And behind that facade lay a whole host of broken-down, mercilessly discarded junk heaps. Then again, I couldn't stand the place either way. But the bullshit and the truth are foreign territory for me. The only home for me was ESO. Even for the back streets, though, Town Vanguard had an even smaller, darker atmosphere than I was expecting. I was finally starting to get why the blogger had called it shady. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, that's a place you definitely don't want to be at night. Even though an open sign was hanging on the door, it didn't exactly look like business was booming, and that was being generous. Thanks to that, it was extremely hard to convince myself to go in. How was I, a guy who couldn't even get into a gyudon shop by himself, supposed to enter a sketchy-ass store like this? I wanted to go home. No, I needed to get my hands on a sword, no matter what. Oh, what should I do? Hello, Usha and Beatrice. Welcome to the stream. No music in this part. I spent a little while trying and failing to get myself to go in. Not a single person came through that cramped alley. I already spent 30 minutes waffling over what to do. I still haven't seen a single soul since I'd gone off the road. All that happened was I would finally decide to suck it up and go in. But then I would realize I wasn't brave enough. Repeat ad nauseum. But I couldn't go home empty-handed. This was the only place I could get my hands on a DI sword. No, it's D sword, but the way it's spelled, it sounds like die sword. God damn it. I'm gonna be mispronouncing that the whole fucking Let's Play. Even though my sense of reason told me that. My instincts made me hesitate to enter the shop. Hello, Lurker. Welcome to the stream. Well, definitely nothing can go wrong this stream because this is a visual novel. Jeez. In my mind, I had a delusion where the clerk came out to me. He's acknowledging his delusion. Interesting. Of course, she was a cute maid, and she talked to me with a voice straight out of an anime. She knew exactly what he wanted, and she held the D's nut sword out to me, friendly as could be. Here you are. Please take this sword, master. Ooh. Okay, that's enough. Chill out, me. Just as I was thinking about how much nicer it'd be if the things turned out that way, a lone 3D girl appeared from within the store, almost like she somehow heard my thoughts. However, unlike my delusion, she was wearing disgustingly gaudy clothes, which I then made you think, what? Oh, wow! Whoa! Whoa! Jeez, Takumi! Wow, where did that come from, dude? What Indian tribe did she steal those from? Jesus Louises Creases, man. Whoa! I'm gonna take that up to being... You're not very culturally aware, but... Whoa, damn, dude. Jesus Louises Creases. But at the same time, despite the getup, she looked absolutely miserable. Talk about whiplash. Her hair was incredibly frizzy, to the point where it looked like her head had exploded, and creepy patterns were scrawled in the bandana she had twisted around it. She said that she was a store worker and had come out after seeing me piecing outside. My delusion hadn't exactly become reality, but it wasn't like I'd expected it to. Before I knew exactly what was happening, the clerk forcibly showed me inside, despite how reluctant I was to do so. I didn't even have the chance to turn her down. Oh wow, this looks like a shop where you buy fucking Gizmo from Gremlins, like here. Wow. It's like a shop that characters go to in the beginning of a horror movie. In the end, I found myself inside the store. It was all well and good that I cleared the most difficult obstacle, but... Now look at this creepy shit here. If this store was under the Demon Girl's control, and everything about the D-Sword... D-Sword. Okay, God, I have to force myself to... Dude, it was just an elaborate trap to lure me to it. I wouldn't be allowed to complain if I got killed right here. My eyes darted around the store's dim interior. There wasn't a single customer. The air was awfully stagnant and slightly hazy. The unpleasant odor of tobacco and mold mixed together and invaded my nostrils. I felt like I was going to be sick if I stayed here for any more than 5 minutes. Though I saw things that looked like products, it was difficult to judge whether or not they were actually for sale. All of them had been placed haphazardly, and there was no way to distinguish them from just plain old garbage. And it didn't help that not a single one of them had a price tag. Oh God! I didn't notice until after I come in, but there were a whole lot of porn and sex toys. Among them were devices you see in rape, that's humiliation type erotic. Oh God. Dude. What the fuck, man? That's fucked up. That is fucked up, dude. That is seriously fucked up. And I had no idea where to find a safe place to look. Porn is all well and good. It's not my thing, but seriously, just that's whoa, God, man, that is fucked up. This store must have been a variety shop for adults or something. After forcing me into the store, the clerk sat down on a stool behind the counter, and proceeded to zone out as she smoked. She showed no indication that she was going to continue meddling with me. She was probably a partial source of the haze in here. Even though I've been less than a minute since I'd come in, anxiety, a weird sense of pressure, and the embarrassment all combined with how sick I was feeling, in the form of disgusting sweat seeping out of my forehead. I wanted to get out of this otherworldly place as soon as possible. I had to hurry up and find a D-Sword, quick! I I walked toward the back as I looked throughout the store. I soon found the fantasy weapons section, which had been mentioned in the blog I'd found. This corner of the store is the only one that stood out to me. Numerous pole-shaped toys were neatly displayed. Well, there's like spears here. My god, are they just allowed to sell like weapons out in the open? Or are these just like fake, I'm assuming? All of the toys were tubes of some sort. They were different colors, but pretty much all of them were lightsabers. You could tell pretty easily from how shoddy they were all bootleg. I doubted they would even glow. It seemed like the light shuriken talked about in the blog was sold out, which surprised me. Yet, mixed in with the lightsabers was a single item that was clearly different from the rest. Oh, it's a normal sword. Really? It looks a lot more plain than the ones we've seen. Are you sure, Takumi? It only took one look for me to know it was a D sword. It looked almost exactly like the illustration I'd seen online. That's true. But the girls' swords are way more intricate. I went to pick it up. It was unexpectedly light. I wondered what it was made of, but it definitely seemed like some sort of soft vinyl. Oh. It wasn't sharp at all. The edges were slippery, and naturally it didn't hurt me in the slightest when I ran my fingers across it. Compared to the one Senna and Fess had, it was badly designed. Had no sense of weight, and above all else didn't give the sense that it would sever anything with just the slightest touch. Could it be a fake? I mean, it doesn't look at all like the others. That worried me. But there wasn't anything else in the store that resembled a D sword. Would this even give off light at all? Well, maybe you need to, like, transform it, you know? Like, maybe you have to go, like, I have the power! Or something like that, you know? And bring out its true form. Maybe this is, like, a depowered form or something, you know? Takumi? Hold on, I just gotta turn off the air conditioning. I'll be right back. I had it on because I was exercising, but... Sorry. Would this even give off light at all? But yeah, I think that it might have like a powered up form. If this is the one. The D-sword Fess that swung around at her show had pieces of glass embedded in it that give off a blue light and looked extremely badass. Oh god, no, Voidfaller. I didn't see a single shard of glass in the sword I was holding. Maybe I shouldn't buy it. The D-sword was so shoddily made that I could not but come to think of that conclusion. I mean, may as well get it. If anything, it's like a toy. Despite how long it's taken me to get here. But... find a sword. If you do, you'll be granted salvation. I remembered Fess's words. Right. If I didn't buy it right here and now, I'd lose my only chance of getting hands on a D-sword. Maybe it only looked cheap, but once it recognized me as its true master, yeah, there you go. There you go, Takumi. An incredible power had manifested within it. Or maybe I'd seen too much anime or read one too many manga. But I had sensed that exact kind of unknown power in Senna and Fess's swords. So the sword should have it too, but... what to do? I would buy it. While my internal debate raged on, the clerk came up and stood right behind me without me noticing. Are we ever gonna see her? With a melancholic smirk, she pointed at the D-sword and muttered, 10,000 yen and I'll throw in a free bonus. $100, eh? Dang. Really? You think that's cheap? Okay. How absurdly cheap it was. It made me doubt my own ears at first. I don't know, I don't think that's cheap. Oh, you do RMTs, dude? Oh, yeah. I don't think he has anything to worry about making money if he's doing RMTs. My god. Jeez. Although, that's gonna be tough to keep up. He'd amassed quite a bit of cash from RMT. And if it was only 10,000 yen, I could buy it by simply sacrificing a single figure. When I heard the price, and when I realized it was the last one they had left, I come to an immediate decision. The bonus that had come with it was a cheap-looking bangle. To be frank, I didn't want it in the slightest. Well, maybe that, like, helps activate it, dude. It's like a digivice or some shit. Everything after that was hell. Town Vanguard didn't do deliveries, so my only option was to lug it home myself. I mean, just put it in a bag. Toy or not, my excitement died instantly when I realized I had to carry the stupidly long sword right through the heart of Shibuya. But I'd already paid for it, and the clerk adamantly refused to let me return it. This was a really intense form of humiliation roleplay. Having to haul a huge toy like this down a fancy street. Just as I come to expect, the DQN couple's dolled up grills. And whatever manner of sheep that passed by me all had the same exact mocking smiles. Damn it, every last one of you should just kill yourself. Oh god, no! If you have powers over people, you shouldn't think things like that. Oh boy. I focused intently on keeping my head down for the rest of the way home. Having delusions all the way about swinging my newly bought D-sword at the innocent people in the middle of the road. Dang. Well, that's... Ooh, wow. Viciously slaughtering piles and piles of them. Oh no, I hope Shogun doesn't manifest and actually do that. I'd finally made it back. I'd started running when I was about halfway home. I didn't stop until I got there, so I was gasping for air by the time I reached my base. The ice-cold stares of the pedestrians were killing me. It was somewhat impressive that Senna was able to endure this kind of embarrassment all the time. In a way, I even respected her for it. I could never do what she did. Uh-oh. Oh no, someone's there. Suddenly a sound came from a blind spot in the shadow of my base. Was someone there? Freezing in my tracks, I gulped. The pure white smile of the demon girl who called herself Rimi appeared in my mind. Maybe she'd come back. Maybe this time she'd come to kill me for real. Ooh, what should I do? Should I run? I sensed a presence. The light of the sunset etched someone's shadow onto the ground. One that I knew without a shadow of doubt had to be female. I immediately readied my D-sword. When I actually tried holding it like that, though, it felt even less reliable than I expected it to. Said sword, it felt incredibly intimidating. I had this sense of overwhelming pressure that wouldn't allow anyone to get near it. But the D-sword I was holding didn't feel like that at all. Maybe it really was a fake. Maybe the bracelet has something to do with it. Could I really fight with something like this? There was no way. Even if I had a real one, I still couldn't do it. Not only that, But I hadn't realized how heavy it really was until I first started holding it just now. Maybe I was holding it wrong. In any case, it would be impossible to even swing it like this. The shadow suddenly wavered. It was approaching me. Who is it? Stay back! I shut my eyes tight and haphazardly like the sword in front of me. I knew I wouldn't be able to defeat my enemy this way. Even so, I had the faint hope that as long as I had this sword, it'd somehow do something anyway. But I didn't feel it hit anything, nor did my enemy make a sound. I couldn't believe it. Could that single strike of mine had utterly annihilated the demon girl? If so, that'd be the best shit to ever happened. Oh, it's her. What's up with that sword, big bro? Huh? When I opened my eyes, the one standing there wasn't the demon girl, but rather Nanami. She was looking at me with unmistakably judgmental Brock eyes. Oh, my strength disappeared instantly, and I dropped to the ground right where I'd been standing. You don't scare me like that. She was the worst little sister ever. Didn't she know how shitty it was to scare her own older brother like this, let alone enjoy it? Who the hell did she think she was? That's exactly why 3D would always pale in comparison to 2D. I mean, how many anime have you seen, Takumi? Characters annoy each other all the time in anime. Especially if they like each other. Like, dude, how many anime have you fucking seen? Like, characters, like, freaking treat each other like shit all the time. I wasn't trying to scare you. I just came over for your routine survival check like I usually do. But you weren't here. Why did you make me wait here for 30 minutes? Do you realize how worried I was about you? You made my precious free time disappear into thin air, you know? Jerk. Worried? This bitch was worried about me? As if I would ever fall for such an obvious lie. Oh, come on! She's your family. Why do you think she hates you? So, where'd you run off to? I don't go outside all that often. You didn't pick up when I called you either. I'd left my phone behind at my base. It wasn't like anyone was gonna call me while I was out. Uh-oh. So I'd see no point in bringing it. And also, what's with that sword? Did you just come back from buying it? Nanami peered curiously at the sword. Ooh, I've got it now. It's some anime toy, right? Man, you really are a total nerd. But if I'm honest, this toy doesn't fit you at all. Just a second ago, you had your shoulders all squared up as you held it up. I'm gonna crack out just thinking about it! Ignoring Nanami. Oh, you're totally mainstream. Welcome to the stream, by the way. I agree that she cares for him the most. I undid the lock on the door to the container house and made to go inside. Wait! Don't ignore me with my duck face! Go home. If she'd just come to check if I was alive, then she got what she wanted. And she no longer had any reason to be here. She was always making fun of me, and every time she came over, she would do nothing but complain. She was really that put off by being here, then she didn't have to come at all. It was annoying anyway. Be no skin off my back if she stopped. Hey, I came all the way out here to check up on you. So could you at least be a little grateful? Ah! I even brought a present for you and everything. Her voice is as whiny as could be, and she pursed her lips. A present? Yup, Mom told me to bring it. Here. Nanami handed me a bag of clementines. There are about 10 of them, wrapped up in red netting. I think they're like mini oranges, I think. That's what a clementine is. Weird. Something's fishy here. I'd eat clementines if they were right in front of me, but they weren't my favorite food or anything. Maybe they're extras. On that note, I could use a quick break. How about I sit down and eat some with you? Come on. When you get older, you're gonna miss being able to bond with your sister. Go home. What the heck? I brought you a present and I'm offering to eat it with you. Aren't you happy? Because you should be. Oh, they're mandarins. Okay, they're the same as mandarin oranges. Okay. Very different name. What exactly about eating clementines with Nanami was supposed to make me feel happy at all? And besides, it was obvious that she just wanted to eat clementines. And that was the whole reason why she'd come here. She's been a fat ass ever since we were little, often stealing my portion after. She is not fat! Are you fucking kidding me, dude? I couldn't count the amount of times we fought over that. Nanami, unable to take a hint, waltzed right into my base, gave up and followed in after her. You have any tea? I'd like something nice and warm. Why the hell would I have tea? I only drink cola and nothing else. Nanami sat down on the sofa and grabbed a clementine. Sighing, I sat down on the D sword so I'd lean against my computer desk. I had no reason to continue carrying the bangle in my pocket, so I just chucked it somewhere behind me. Uh-oh. Huh? What's that? Uh-oh, I think that's important. Quickly spotting the bangle I'd thrown on the floor, Nanami went to pick it up. Uh-oh. Yeah, oh yeah, that is absolutely important. That is absolutely important. What a cute little bangle! Did you buy this too? I think that even you've got good taste sometimes. Cute. How? That thing was nothing more than a piece of junk you get for 500 yen at worst. I couldn't believe how bad Nanami's taste was. Ignoring her once again, I nabbed one of the clementines and sat down in front of my PC. Oh, by fat he means 3D. That's hilarious, Mainstage. Hey, why are you throwing this away? I bet if she puts it on and she touches the sword's gonna transform into something cool. Because I don't want it. Huh? Yeah, uh-oh. And it's yellow, which matches her anyway. Okay, then I'll take it off your hands.
Huh?
What? What's the problem? You're gonna get rid of it anyway. Come on, you could at least act like a brother every once in a while and give your sister a present. Consider this your first step. You call it a present, but it's something I don't want that you suddenly decide to appropriate. Oh, you're gonna regret that, Takumi. Oh boy. She's gonna transform into a magical girl. Fine, then just take it. Really? Yay! Uh-oh. Oh, wow, dude. Why do you hate her so much? Literal walking PMS. She is not. She is not being bitchy in the least. As soon as she got my approval, she put on the bangle on her wrist. Takes a real cheap whore to get this excited over such a cheap piece of junk. My god, why do you have such deep-seated resentment for her? What did she ever do to you, dude? Jeez. So what do you think? Does it look good on me? Not even close. Huh, that's so. You jerk! You baka! It was supposed to be a present, so why was she treating me like this? Well, sisters weren't supposed to call their brothers neat names. Okay, dude, have you even seen an anime? Because I'm starting to fucking doubt it. People call each other baka like that all the fucking time. Are you fucking serious, man? Who are they teaching girls nowadays? Go play 100 RJ this instant. Baka! She was grinning from ear to ear. I, meanwhile, was getting extremely pissed off. I really like it, so I'm not gonna give it back anymore. I know, right, Saya? Like, what the fuck is Takumi talking about? That's like literally every little sister in anime. Has called their elder brother a baka. Now I think about it, I think it's the first time I've ever gotten a present from you. Well, I have now, so I'll take real good care of it. As if I cared. No one asked you to take care of it. Yeah, I'm okay. What's going on? I didn't even get it for you in the first place. Oh, it's fine. Yeah, it just something was caught in my throat. It's fine, Olga. If that's what you wanted, then go home. Like, you're treating her like she's being vindictive and cruel. Why, Takumi? Why do you treat her like this? She's not acting at all like you're describing. Like, look at it objectively. She's been doing nothing but being nice. I don't have time for this. Stop bothering me. Remember when I said that? Nanami pursed her lips and made that duck face again. You don't have to see it all mean like that. Besides, we haven't even eaten the Clementines yet. And you haven't got me any tea either. I don't have any goddamn tea for you to drink. Oh, is she gonna activate the sword? Nanami glared at me intently, hands on her hips. Before long, her eyes started welling up, and then... Seriously, you're gonna regret if something bad happens to her. Fine. If I'm not much of a bother, then I'll just leave. God, Takumi. What did she ever do to you, man? Jeez. Oh, good. Make it quick. Seriously, dude. You big jerk! Get Clementine skin in your eyes and go blind forever! And I'm not gonna give back the bangle either! Jerk! Yelling in a migraine-inducing voice that resounded throughout the entire room, Nanami grabbed her bag and ran out with insane speed. Oh, thank God. It was finally over. Hanging out with Nanami always took everything out of me. Why did she insist on coming here every week when I made it very clear I was sick of it? Read the room, for fuck's sake. Ooh. Oh, Nozomi's Secret Society. Here we go. First melt. Wow, what the fuck is that?
The first melt is concluded, with results that exceeded our expectations. There are only minor discrepancies between the GE rate increase and our initial calculations. And our ventures into biorhythm control proceeding smoothly as well. Shibuya's GE rate, while is much higher than those found in other areas, proves to be quite stable. それゆえに意図的に操作しやすいということか。そして渋谷にいる人々のバイオリズムを急激に引き上げることもまた。Therefore, intentionally manipulating it is a simple matter, and forcing a sudden increase in the biorhythms of Shibuya's inhabitants would be equally trivial. 実験結果についてはレポートをご参照ください。納得していただける成果を上げております。
Ooh. So Takumi, I guess, was experimented on as a young child.
Please consult the report containing the result of our experiment. I believe you will find the fruits of our labor to be quite acceptable.
I'm just saying... Okay. Alright, yeah, it's just the basic explanation of biorhythm.
貴様が成果を出すのは当然だ。そのために高い金と多くの人材を提供しているのだからな。
Huh. It's only natural that even scum like you would produce such results. We're supplying you with a large sum of money and incredible human resources, after all.
実効性については理解しているよ。この数ヶ月だけでも我が会の信者が数倍に膨れ上がっているからね。
What church is this? Oh, wow.
I'm fully aware as to how effective it is. The church's followers have multiplied considerably over the past few months alone.
それでは、プロジェクトノアは次の段階へと進みます。
Oh, Noah, there's the Noah.
よろしいですね。
There's Noah. Part of the freaking title. Here we go.
And with that, Project NoaH shall now advance to its next stage. Are we in agreement?
コードサンプルの件はどうするのだ。すでに3人分は確保したとはいえ、目標数値には達しておらんではないか。
What plan do you have in mind for its code samples? While you may have obtained the samples of 3 people, you have yet to reach our quota.
いかにも。数値達成のためには最低でも5人分はなければ厳しい。
Indeed, it will prove most difficult to achieve such numerical values if we do not have 5 samples at minimum.
So 5 people, basically.
サンプル保持者は集まりつつあります。あとは採取するのみ。
We are currently gathering sample carriers. After such is achieved, all that remains will be extraction.
ならばその件は任せる。
Then we shall leave it in your hands.
信仰の救いあれ。くれぐれも慎重にことを進めるように。
Divine light? Oh wow, it's some creepy cult.
May the divine light save you. Continue proceedings with great caution.
はい、心得ております。
Yes, I shall do my utmost.
Who is this secret evil Nozomi organization?
そろそろ寝るか。
I should probably go to bed. Stifling a yawn, I looked at the clock on my PC. It was 5 a.m. Oh my god, dude, you stayed the whole night. Oh my god. I remember doing that in college. I'd spent another entire day grinding on ESO, but no monsters ended up dropping the rare items I was looking for. Ouch. I've been binging it for about 8 hours straight, but still no luck. That happened to me all the time, though. I glanced over to the side of my computer desk. The D sword I brought yesterday was still leaning against it. I had set it there within reach of me so I could grab it at any moment. Probably not going to do jack shit without the bracelet. Speaking of the sword, the damn thing hadn't glowed at all. I've been hoping that it'd transform into some new badass form like the one Senna had, but I've been similarly out of luck there too. On my monitor, Grimm's avatar just leveled up. My Nightheart was already max level, so he wouldn't go any higher. It's probably about time to make a new character. My third after Lieselot, I thought to myself as I rubbed my sleepy eyes. EXP sure was something. It was a well-known concept in RPGs, but I figured EXP existed in real life too. That would be cool if it did. Back when I first started playing ESO, I've been a total nobody who didn't know right from left. But now, as far and wide as lightning fast Nightheart, the most powerful player in Bosselard! Let's say the person controlling me had lost a chunk of my EXP for some reason or another. If that had happened, then it would make complete sense why I'd forgotten things. That could also be where the discrepancies in my memory had come from. That's why with Rimi, things like Shotgun and the Shogun and the Demon Girl. Before a chunk of my EXP got wiped, maybe it was perfectly normal for me, the person controlling me, to post in chat rooms under the handle Shogun. And for me to live like a complete normie with the Demon Girl. No, that just wasn't possible. But But if it was possible, and maybe I used to possess an incredible power that would allow me to oppose the demon girl. I bet you do. Was I the only person who thought like this? I didn't really feel like it was a particularly weird way of thinking. Human beings can only really make judgments based on their own sense of values that they come up with themselves. So maybe it wasn't just my living my day-to-day life making the wrong decisions, but everyone in the entire world. Back when I was little, I'd gone to the dentist, and remembered them telling me, "You did such a good job putting up with that much pain. You were a very good patient." At the time, I thought it was amazing for making it through to the end, and I felt really proud of myself. Thinking back on it now, though, that comment was probably based on the degree of pain felt compared to the progression of the cavity. But even if the level of pain was the same, there'd be people that could bear the pain, and there would be people who couldn't. Ooh, you're starting to think very mathematically, Takumi. In other words, I came to realize how someone recognized and felt such sensations completely depended on the person. Oh wow, this is some kind of empathy stuff after all. He's definitely has some empathy within him. Childbirth, for example. I'd often seen on the internet that a woman could endure the pain of it, but it would be completely impossible for men. Another example would be the marathon runners. Maybe they excel not because of their physical strength, but because of their ability to endure pain. There are also sadists and masochists. If there were people that found pleasure in being hurt, there'd also be people that derive pleasure from hurting others. Ooh, yeah, that's not so nice. In other words, I believe that the way people felt things, along with their ability to handle pain and suffering, all varied from person to person. Perhaps the level of pain and the toothaches and headaches I got from time to time actually far surpassed the limits of pain that no ordinary person could take. Maybe. There's no way to really know, though. And if that were true, then perhaps I passed the same pain on to someone else. The sheer agony would cause them to go into shock and die. The conclusion I ended up coming to as a result of this line of thinking was more or less a self-righteous delusion. That perhaps I was special.
特殊な人間かっていうか何を大げさな
Special. Who am I kidding? Although I denied it, I was sure that every person had delusions like this. Yeah, everybody has from time to time, I'm sure. Every man longs to be the strongest in the world. Every human being wants to think they're special, that they're the chosen one. We all want to think that a dramatic story full of twists and turns, like the ones you find in TV and movies, is waiting for us in the future. The so-called desire to be a hero, or to be blunt textbook Chunibyo shit. Of course, even I had those kinds of desires. It could very well be my destiny to triumph over the demon girl. But if that really was my destiny, I had to make it come true. I'd need a number of conditions to be met first. At the very least, I absolutely needed to get the ability to use cheats. Be a cheat code, special attacks, or even a god mode of some kind. I didn't want to deal with any pain or fear. If I couldn't cheat in some way, or in other words, if I was supposed to achieve that with my own power, there was no way I'd be able to do it. Which is why, if the person controlling me had lost all my EXP, that'd be a huge blow to me. A super effective one. Oh, back to school. I just barely got to school on time. It probably wasn't the best idea to stay up playing Vidya. Oh my god! Vidya games! Until early in the morning on a school night. I'd have to run in order to make it on time. When I got to the classroom door, I stopped and took deep breaths to try and catch my breath. I couldn't act in a way that made me stand out to my classmates. For me, even something like being late would be fatal. If the DQN's eyes all zero in on me, my life would be over. Is Rimi here, I wonder? I slowly made my way into the classroom, keeping my head down. I couldn't let myself make eye contact with anyone. Of course, I didn't give a mindless greeting like good morning either. Trying to make my presence as undetectable as possible. I made myself invisible and turned toward my seat. That was how I always did things. And today was no different. I just made it to my seat without any issue and sat down. Oh, closing his eyes. Soon after, I laid my head and arm face down on the desk, and from there I was safe until homeroom started. But I only got to relax for a split second before someone's hand clapped against my back. Okay, it's either Misumi or Rimi.
Yo, Taku.
Yeah.
今週は3回も学校来てんじゃねえか。真面目だな。
Yo, Taku! Come to school 3 times this week, haven't you? You're really getting serious now, huh?
Misumi-kun again. Even though he was really getting on my nerves, I feel bad if I ignored him, so I had to start to reluctantly raise my head, only to hesitate. Was this Misumi-kun, the real one? Well, I mean, you're in a public setting with all these other kids here, so I'm pretty sure it is. Oh yeah, that's right, you're worried about him being replaced by a doppelganger because of the girl. 2 days ago, I'd done what the demon girl told me to do and called him. When I talked to him, he was very clearly acting strange. Look, he was with a girl! He was interrupted in the middle of, like, making out. Jeez. I mean, he told me that Rimi was her classmate. It was the most obvious thing in the world, which I hadn't expected at all. Maybe the demon girl had brainwashed him. Or maybe it was something else. Maybe the person controlling him had been switched out.
おい、どうした？早くも爆睡モードか？
Hello? You got cold already?
An electronic sound suddenly rang throughout the classroom. I felt a faint vibration near my chest. It was my cell phone. Shit, now of all times? What kind of asshole would call a time like this? Not only was my phone going off, but even though I was sure it set it to vibrate, the ringtone was going off too. And not only was my phone going off, but even though I was sure it set it to vibrate, the ringtone was going off too. I guess I must have messed up the settings. Uh-oh. Hello? Oh, thank you so much for the donation, Boy Dweller. You know what? I guess they are, but I think he chooses not to think about it.
お、鳴ってるぞ、タク。
Oh, Taku, your phone's ringing.
What if it's Shogun? Yes, I know, goddammit. Should I just answer it? But if I did that, Misumi-kun would know I was faking being asleep. Besides, I didn't like talking on the phone. But also, if I didn't pick up, I would know the rest of the class. Considering how it was ringing loudly throughout the classroom, it had to be doing that already. wasn't supposed to stand out. This was really, really bad.
おーい、出ないのか。マジで寝てる？
Hello, you're not gonna pick up? Are you actually asleep?
Damn it, while I've been freaking out over what to do, and I realized my chance. I couldn't move now. Oh, thank you so much for another donation. Thank you, Void Dweller. Do I think Takumi has monster energy in the room? Absolutely. Absolutely 100%. So he's just ignoring it. I hope it's not. Oh god. What if it's the sister calling that something happened with the bracelet? Sound and vibration stopped. The call must have gone to voicemail. I let out a sigh of relief soft enough that Misumi-kun wouldn't be able to hear it. It was definitely the right call for me to have figured out the how to use voicemail function.
なあ、タク、相手は誰だ？まさか女か？この前一緒に帰ったあのメガネの子だろ。そうなんだろ？
Hey, Taku! Who was it on the other end, huh? Don't tell me. Was it a chick? Was it the glasses chick they went home with not too long ago? I'm right, aren't I?
Damn it, you're so annoying. I just wanted to stop bothering me. That phone call had already made me stand out way too much. That's insane, Olga. I can't believe that's a real thing. There's no way that's fucking real. Had Misumi-kun always been this persistent? Though he had always been way too friendly with me, I thought he at least had the capacity to take a hint. What's gonna happen? Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. Come on, knock it off already. I heard a voice from right next to Misumi-kun. Leave him be, Daichin. He seems real tired for some reason, so just lay off for today. She was here in my classroom, like it was the most normal thing in the world.
どうせゲームのやりすぎだろ。
Oh, come on. He was probably just gaming for way too long last night.
お前、タクに甘すぎるぜ。
You're way too soft on him. Oh, you're way too soft on him.
だって大臣は女の敵だし、そういう人には優しくしません。
You're just mad because I'm not nice to you. And why would I, considering you act around women? You're the enemy of all of us, I swear. They were having a friendly conversation like it was the most normal thing in the world. She was blending it in like it was the most normal thing in the world. I was too scared to look up. I didn't want to acknowledge that she was there.
ま、別にお前に優しくしてもらわなくても、俺には優しくしてくれる女はたくさんいるんだよ。
Even if you aren't the nicest to me, I got loads of chicks that'll sub in for you. So, huh.
だからそういう発言が良くないんだってば。彼女さんが聞いたら泣くよ。
Are you serious right now? I've been telling you over and over that you should stop saying things like that. Your girlfriend's gonna cry if she hears you.
今の大臣の彼女が誰だかわかんないけど。
Not that I know who your current girlfriend is.
ほら、チャイム鳴った。先生来るよ。
Oh, there's the bell. Here comes the teacher. Had the demon girl really been my classmate all along? No, there was just no way. She hadn't been here 2 days ago. Or at the very least, the only person that had spoken to me that day was Misumi-kun. I hadn't gone to school yesterday, so I wasn't sure about that one. But when I came today, she was here. How? How had she managed to worm her way in? Everyone took their seats once the sound of the bell announced the start of homeroom. Seeing that, I looked up cautiously. I surveyed the room with just my eyes. I wanted the voice from earlier to have been just an illusion. In order to prove that to myself, I needed to make sure the girl was nowhere to be found in the classroom. I didn't see her. I didn't see anything that even remotely resembled her. Did that mean she really was a hallucination? Well, she went out of the room, I think. My seat was in the 5th row from the front. There were 9 rows in total. She wasn't in any of the rows in front of me. Which meant she was behind me? Uh-oh. But I couldn't turn around. I couldn't allow myself to stand out. Damn it, this was so frustrating. Was she here in my classroom or not? I didn't feel chills on the back of my neck. No one was looking at me. I didn't feel a gaze. Was she here or not here? Which was it? Still staring at the surface of the desk, I tried to detect her by just her presence alone. And right as I tried, I heard my homeroom teacher enter the classroom. I didn't remember the teacher's name. I had a feeling that it was Tsukachi or a Sukata, or at least something like that. He was a PE teacher that graduated from athletic college. He was a total musclehead. However, he didn't really act like it, nor did he employ corporal punishment like one might expect him to. If anything, he was the type of teacher that knew how to take a joke. For some reason, the class all started murmuring about something. Right now, I was occupied trying to detect the demon girl. Did I really expect to be able to sense her presence by presence alone? This wasn't some manga. Was I an idiot? I can't sense Reiatsu or power levels.
Alright, listen up everyone. From today onward, we've got a new transfer student.
Oh, here we go. We're finally getting introduced to her. My homeroom teacher mumbled that to the class. Oh, so that was why the room was so noisy.
Go on, Orihara. Give everyone a nice hello.
Oh, she's a quiet girl. I didn't hear the supposed transfer student say anything. Was there really one here? I glanced toward the door. There she is. Oh, is he going to have a delusion about her? And sure enough, there was someone there. She was extremely petite. Possibly even more so than Nanami. She looked fairly timid, emulating that NoaH gets bullied all the time archetype. If I had to choose, she was probably around mid-tier when it came to 3D girls. Oh my god, he's calling her mid! Wow, jeez. For some reason, she was looking down at the floor, her eyes filled with tears. Ah! The scattered whispers grew to murmurs as the transfer student maintained her silence. So in order to comfort her, the teacher placed his hand on her shoulder.
Oh, looks like she's a little nervous. Alright, I'll take you off the hot seat.
仲良くしてやってくれ。
This is Oriara Kozue, everyone. I hope you'll welcome her as a new member of the class.
折原、席は一番後ろだ。席についていいぞ。
Oriara, your desk is over there in the back. Go ahead and take a seat.
The transfer student made her way to the back without saying a word, keeping her head low to the ground. Her seat was 4 rows behind mine. Should I pretend to watch her so I could catch a glimpse of the people behind me? Problem was, that would draw a lot of unwanted attention to myself. I didn't want any DQNs trying to pick a fight. All don't go staring at her just because she's cute or some BS like that. Oh god, the lighthouse! I was at a loss for what to do. Should I look now or should I wait until class is over? My hand still firmly pressed against my desk. I squeezed my fist tightly. Forget it. I was a coward. Just the thought that if I turned around, my eyes would meet with that girl's sent shivers down my spine.
この人似てる。
Oh my god. She's talking to him. You're like me. Transfer student walked right by my seat. Taken aback, I glanced at her face. Ooh, she's got powers too. Yeah. I then realized that without even thinking, I'd looked up. Oh my god! Whoa! Yep, I guess normal people can't see them. Because they're fucking insane. Wow! It's bigger than her. Jeez. The transfer student stopped at my desk, if only for a split second. She didn't look at me. In that moment, however, I saw that she was carrying what looked like an enormous slab of raw iron. I thought it was wrought iron. Oh. Oh, no, back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. What the hell? When I blinked, the slab of iron was gone. What was that just now? Was my mind playing tricks on me?
同じクラスでよかった。
Oh my god, she's psychic. Wow. Wow. I'm so happy we're in the same class. Ooh, it looks, I don't know, it sounded like she said that inside his mind. That was all she said. But he didn't realize that was said mentally. Transfer student then resumed walking, leaving my desk behind. Had she been talking to me? Yes, she's fucking psychic. Oh my god. Wow, look at all these powers she has. Already. Why did she talk to me out of nowhere like that? I was like her? She was happy we're in the same class? Do we know each other? No, definitely not. I've never seen her before. Alright, so we have how many main girls? We have Rimi, Fess, Kozue. Oh, and the long-haired girl. And also the sister, if she counts. Unless she meant to tell me she was some childhood friend who I'd completely forgotten about until now. Yeah, no, that only happened in Eroge. Was I actually becoming popular after all? Like some kind of protagonist of a friggin' harem anime? Or maybe could the transfer student be one of the demon girl's underlings? If so, then the demon's nest was closing around me even tighter. And Yua also, and yes, and Yua. Thanks. So 6 girls, yep. I was running out of places to hide. All my new fears and doubts zoomed through my mind at 1,000,000 kilometers an hour before I knew what homeroom had ended. Maybe she could actually tell you what the fuck is going on with these swords. First period will begin in about 5 minutes. Assuming couldn't rush over to the transfer student's desk, knowing Rimi was going to try to lay the moves on her. The other students were clearly interested in her too, and the room had grown louder than usual. At a glance, it made it seem like a casual, peaceful, ordinary thing. But for me, it was like being caught deep within enemy territory. My heartbeat was going crazy. Anxiety filled my head to bursting, and someone just lifting a finger felt like more than a one-man job. My brain was in the midst of a civil war. One started urging me to turn around, the other started warning me not to.
Taku?
Taku? Oh yeah, she read his mind. That's how she knows his name, I think. Ah! My breath caught in my throat. My mind went completely blank. A voice had come from directly behind me. She really was here. The girl was really here after all. Y'all don't look so good. Are you feeling okay? I need to run. I need to run away as fast as I could. Despite that, my legs were shaking so violently that I didn't think I could even stand. And when I was frozen solid, the demon girl, Saki Rimi, stuck around to the front of my seat. You're covered in sweat. You're not sick, are you? Just like 2 days ago, she spoke as if she were concerned about me. Just like 2 days ago, she held out her fluorescent handkerchief. I didn't accept the handkerchief, hurriedly wiping the sweat from my forehead on my own. Why? Huh? Why what? I couldn't look her in the eye. For from how she spoke, I should tell she had a smile on her face.
Saki, 何話してたの?
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask. What exactly did she say to you? Rimi crouched down, resting her chin on her hands. Now at eye level with me, she peered at my face. I quickly looked away. Felt like the anxiety would tear my heart right open at any moment. Damn it, why wouldn't she just let me go? Someone please help me! I'm real curious. What was she talking about? Who was she asking me about? The transfer student. When she walked past you, she said something under her breath. But all I heard was pss, 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 pss. Do you two know each other? Rimi was still smiling. Was it just me, or was her tone more of a probing one than an actually curious one? I thought you weren't into real girls.
本当は興味あるの？
But is that really true? Where was she going with this? Was her plan to probe me for personal information and then exploit it for her own gain? At the end of the day, I really didn't give a damn about 3D girls, just like I always said in that sour voice of mine.
じゃあさ。
In that case,
私にも実は興味あったりする？
what the fuck? What the fuck? Are you into me? This isn't even a delusion. An icy chill ran down my back. Despite having just wiped the sweat off my forehead, I could feel moisture all over it. Was that a threat? Or could it be that she was inviting me to become her ally? Maybe she intended to seduce me, acting all moe so she could lure me into a trap. All sorts of alarm bells are going off in my head. I shouldn't be talking to the demon girl anymore. If I did, I'd be signing my own death warrant. It can't be a delusion. We didn't have the delusion thingo. Oh, what? Taku! Oh, he's running off. I hit my breaking point. In a panic, I stood up and dashed for the exit, knocking to several desks on my way out. Oh, boy. Yeah, she got a bit of a creepy all of a sudden. What the fuck was that? I ran straight up the stairs without looking at anyone and came out on the empty roof. It didn't seem like she'd chase me. Even so, I couldn't allow myself to relax just yet. So I hugged my knees and decided to hide for a little while in the shadows. My knees were trembling. I couldn't believe that I managed to run in this condition. I guess it just showed how desperate I was. I was tired of this reality. The D sword I'd gone on my way to buy hasn't been useful in the slightest. The D sword I'd gone on my way to buy hasn't been useful in the slightest. Oh, hello, Mystery Theater. I obviously couldn't bring it to school without much it'd stand out either. I've been careless. 2 days ago when Miss Sumikun told me that Rimi was our classmate, I figured that he was either spewing some bullshit or just outright deluding himself. But she really was my classmate, or at the very least she had become one. There was no point in trying to figure out how she managed to worm her way in. I think that's a good point to just think about, though. She was a demon. She could do things that humans were incapable of with ease. Maybe she brainwashed my old class. Or maybe she brainwashed all the teachers instead. I couldn't go to the hospital anymore. Now I couldn't go to school either. Meanwhile, Yua was at a cafe and Shogun always appeared online. The demon girl and her underlings were no doubt getting closer and closer to me. Continually hitting you with psychological attack after psychological attack as they did it. Maybe I shouldn't leave my base at all anymore. There are enemies in danger at every turn in reality. They had disturbed me and threatened my peace, even though all I wanted to do was live a quiet life, bothering nobody and being bothered by nobody. I looked up at the blue sky. It floated calmly above me as the wind blew white clouds across his breath. How nice would it be if I could become one of those clouds? Dang, philosophical Takumi. He is... Oh, around 3 hours had passed. Just staring at the roof, the clouds. Well, that seems like some really good self-care. Hopefully he didn't miss anything important in school. I had stayed in the same place the entire time without moving. I didn't sense anyone coming up at the moment. Alright. Bye, Olga. Thank you so much for coming. I could finally breathe. It's so weird, there's been no music this entire time. The problem, however, was it came after. During break, there would always be students that come up here to eat lunch. That's why the best way out of this was to escape during 4th period and make a break from my base. And it messed up my attendance chart again, but I didn't possess even a single ounce of courage to allow me to return to the classroom where the demon girl was. I decided not to worry about the fact that I left my bag in the classroom. Uh-oh. All I had in there were textbooks. My wallet, my keys, and anything else important would be in my uniform pockets. I hoped. Uh-oh. Growing slightly nervous, I searched my pockets. Wallet, keys, cell phone, they were all there. Well, that's good. That was when I remembered someone had called me. Oh, he's gonna finally find out who called him. I've been pretty freaked out at the time, but not as much as when Rimi had talked to me. Who the hell called me? Was it the police? I couldn't think of anyone called besides my family. It would make the most sense if it was Nanami. She never thought about whether she might be bothering me after all. The only other people who'd know this number would be... Oh wait, that's right, I'd given it to the detectives. If it's been one of them, I really should have picked up. They still hadn't sent the officers to my base like they said they would, so I really need to talk to them to make sure that was still happening. Caller's phone number was displayed on the screen. It didn't seem to be Nanami, so when I looked closer I saw it had a new voicemail. I had a vague feeling that I'd seen this number before, just in case I checked the call history. There were only 5 calls on this list. Which meant that, since I bought the cell phone, I only received 5 calls, 3 of which from Nanami. That left 2 others. The one from earlier today and the one from 5 days ago were shown as numbers instead of names, as they haven't been registered in my address book. They were both from the same number. Considering they had gone out of their way to leave a message, it was probably someone who really wanted to tell me something. Oh, I missed it. Who was it? Maybe it really was the police. It couldn't be Masumi-kun and the demon girl. They'd both been right in front of me when I got in the call. So if it wasn't, then the only other possibility would be Yua. But she shouldn't have known my phone number. Besides, there was nothing else for us to talk about. Time to just get over with and listen to it. Examine my surroundings, making sure the demon girl wasn't there. Then put the phone up to my ear.
こちらは留守番電話サービスセンターです。新しいメッセージは1件です。
Welcome to the voicemail service center. You have one new message.
1件目、10月17日金曜日午前8時28分の伝言です。
Voicemail number 1. Friday, October 17th, 8:28 a.m. What the fuck?
なんぞこれ。
Uh-oh. Sounds like a theme for Shogun. The fuck's this? Instead of someone's voice, it was an incredibly familiar melody. It felt like the sound was being recorded from a short distance away from the phone. Maybe the person on the other end was near a pedestrian signal. Oh, really? Oh, that's cool, Mystery Theater. The song being played was one you hear pretty often at crosswalks. It was used in order to let people with visual disabilities know when it was okay to cross. A whole ass song? The song was a nursery rhyme called You May Pass, also known as Troyanse. Well, there were a lot of people that knew that melody. There weren't many who knew the lyrics. Oh, and I was one of them, actually. I'd memorized them back in middle school. Then again, it wasn't like I remembered them perfectly now. You may pass, you may pass. Where shall this narrow path take us to? It is the path to Tenjin Shrine. Please, oh please, will you let us pass? Those with no business will not be let through to celebrate the 7 years of this child's birth. We have come with an offering. Oh, God damn it. What? But returning is wee-oo, wee-oo, what I heard with the phone. Sounded like an ambulance fuck, like kind of a bad omen. It didn't exactly mean anything, but it still made me feel pretty creeped out. Warning. Oh god, this is really creepy. Ah! The second half of the traffic signal nearly got cut off. An extremely loud noise sounded like a buzzer exploded from the speakers. It was so ridiculously loud that it automatically shot the phone away from my ear. What the hell? Did that, like, activate some powers of his? When I cautiously brought the phone back to my ear, the voicemail had already stopped playing. What was that? Right at the end there, I thought I'd barely heard just a roaring noise. Oh, wow. Sounded like the ground itself was rumbling. That buzzer sound was completely separate from the pedestrian signal melody. Considering how loud it had been, the only thing I could think of was the phone's receiver had deliberately been put up next to whatever made that noise. Ooh, was that a prank? My heart began to pound. Had I done something to make someone hate me enough to do that? Who had even called me in the first place? I could call them back by dialing the number displayed on my phone, but there was no way I'd be able to call back a prank caller. In the end, all I could do was just leave it. Besides, I was stuck in the middle of a situation far worse than any prank call. I returned my phone to my pocket and ever so carefully left the school, making sure to pay close attention to my surroundings as I escaped. Ew. Did she just Takumi? Oh, it's a different. Oh, we're not going by him. Did she just Takumi's alma mater? Kitazawa's second elementary school was about a 5-minute walk from the private train station. Ban Yasuji had attempted to contact Takumi's elementary school teacher over the phone, only to be told that they had unfortunately passed away. Let with no other choice, Ban had decided to set up a meeting to speak with the person who had answered the phone instead, the head teacher, Kamio, not long after he had arrived at school together with his partner. As it was Saturday, the school gate was closed. Two detectives, Ban and Sua, stopped in front of it and turned their attention toward the school building. The white walls of the school's exterior had been painted with a brightly colored, eye-catching mural. I wish we could see it. Due to his complete lack of knowledge on paintings or any other kind of fine art, Ben had no idea what it signified. But the way the spiral-shaped mural transitioned vertically into an array of 7 different colors reminded him of a rainbow. As Van stared at the mural, cooling himself with his handheld fan, his partner, Sua, pushed up the intercom button next to the school gate. Suddenly, Ben looked around. He had a feeling that someone was watching him. There was a gaze that seemed to follow him everywhere, leaving him quite discomforted.
Do I really look that cool?
He attempted to strike a casual pose, one that aimed to be dandy and refined. Oh my god.
Sir, what's up with that weird pose?
It's being like a Sentai character.
They said there's a side entrance by the real gate, so they want us to come around that way.
Bond retired from his pose with a sigh and headed towards the back of the building. The staff room was easy to find. As soon as they entered through the side door, all they had to do was travel down the rear entrance hallway and turn a single corridor to arrive at the room. There was, of course, no sign of children in the school, although it was likely a mere illusion created by the smooth linoleum floor. The two detectives felt far colder inside the building than they had outside. There were 3 teachers in the staff room. Upon seeing the 2 detectives enter the room, one of the 3 stood up and bowed. The man who stood up was named Kamio. His mostly white hair was parted to the side, and he greeted the 2 of them with a gentle smile. Ban and Sua showed their police badges to him almost simultaneously, returned his greeting briefly, then immediately approached the topic at hand. It was Sua's job to ask the questions. You guys, you guys could probably tell, but I'm feeling really tired today, and I know this is a bit of a short. Oh, you guessed it. I know it's a bit of a short stream, but I think this is a good place to stop for today. I am so sorry, you guys. We had the super long stream last time, and yeah, I'm kind of struggling because I still haven't fully caught up from that one, but we will absolutely continue this next time. And thank you so much for coming with me. We'll definitely see what the police find out from Takumi's elementary school next time. and see if he can recover from having all these girls now interested in him. These girls with psychic powers and magic swords. I really want to know what's up with that. Thank you guys so much for coming along. Until next time, I will say, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, good night. You're all the sweetest of hearts. See ya.